Hi everyone and welcome to Rossum Healthy. I'm with a fruity girl all the way from America, Jesi Di Palo. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's great to see your radiant raw smile and thank you so much for wanting to share your journey with other people.
Oh, thank you so much for having me and allowing me to share my journey with everyone.
How long have you been following the fruit-based lifestyle for?
I've been fruit-based for since September of last year.
What was your health before you switched to this lifestyle?
Before I switched this lifestyle, I was on the standard American diet and I had poor health. I had really low immunity. My immune system wasn't working at all. I was sick like every 2 weeks. I was always on antibiotics, which gave me horrible yeast infections and all kinds of different side effects. I was really nauseous all the time. I could remember I had acid reflux diagnosis and frequent sinus infections, lots of mucus, and I didn't know that I was like allergic to most everything that I was eating. I had so many different sprays and acids and all kinds of different medications I was taking, and I was always tired. I had asthma, and I had to be on steroids, inhaled steroids. And then I started gaining weight really fast, and my menstrual cycle, it was month long and very, very painful. And so I knew something was wrong when I went to the doctor, and they told me I had a uterine tumor.
Right.
So after that, I found out that you could heal yourself, with just the foods that you choose to put into your body, and the foods that are biologically designed for humans, so fruit is perfect. And I was always a huge fruit eater. I used to eat fruit all the time, and even as a kid. So it was just so easy to just hop on this lifestyle. I didn't know that you could actually do that. So I was so happy when I found out.
That's great. What health changes did you experience when you switched to this lifestyle?
Well, right away I noticed I had increased energy, and I finally had the motivation to exercise, which I was never a big exerciser, so it was really kind of like a newfound passion for running and jogging and like things that I would kind of be like, I never thought I would do. And I was losing weight very healthfully, and I was feeling much better. I had no mucus, which is good because I'm a singer, so that really helped my singing and my musicianship a lot. I got off all of my medications. I don't need anything anymore. My immune system is like top notch. I haven't been sick since I've gone on this diet or lifestyle, if you will. I gained so much self-confidence, I think, because fruit has serotonin in it. It makes you feel happy all the time. So I feel like I'm in tune with nature when I eat fruit, and everything I just feel like has come together for me to eat this way, and it's amazing.
That's
I feel
wonderful.
so like 100% better. My periods went right on track. 3 months after I started this diet, they were back to normal. And even within the first month, I had reduced pain and reduced bleeding, reduced inflammation. So that was just so great that my doctor had said that I would need a $50,000 surgery and be put on medications. And when I went on this diet, I didn't need any of that stuff. So I was like, I felt good about myself that I put my health in my own hands, I was able to do this myself without having to resort to that invasive kind of surgery and that kind of therapy. So it was good to do it myself. I feel like so much more independent and in control. So
how much weight did you release?
Thriving is amazing. Sorry.
How much extra weight did you release?
I lost, well, it depends on the day, because sometimes it's 50 pounds and sometimes it's 47 pounds. So I like to tell people 50 pounds because most of the time that's how much I lost. So But like everything, like today I ate 2 watermelons and I was, holding that weight when I weighed myself. So,
Sure.
it's always fluctuating.
Yeah, it
A
does,
couple
and
pounds in there.
it's water weight that you've got to consider. And you consume in a lot
Right,
of water on this lifestyle. It's a really water-rich lifestyle.
right.
Tell us about your transitioning to this diet. How did you find it?
Well, I was researching everything after my doctor told me. I said, "Is there anything I can do for myself?" And he said, "No." And he kind of laughed at me and was like, "I don't believe in natural stuff." And so I kind of was like, "I'm gonna show him, that I could do it." So I just researched. I went to the library and I went to the internet and I just researched everything I could on every single website, and it just kept coming back to fruit-based, fruitarian, and when I was looking up like healing and stuff. So I did a lot of different things. The first thing I noticed I had to do was go vegan. So right away I cut out the meat and the dairy, and I did that like weekly. So one week it was, meat, the next week was dairy, the next week was cooked foods, and then in a month I was fully raw. So I had started on the high-fat raw diet though, and then I slowly transitioned to what I realized was what I was supposed to be eating, which was mostly fruit. Because when you go to the store and you look for raw foods, you like in the prepackaged stuff, most of the time they have the high-fat stuff. So I didn't really realize that, I could just go get some produce and I'm eating a raw food diet, no big deal, But I was kind of confused on what should be the bulk of my calories. And then I saw 30 bananas a day. At the time, they were raw foodists promoting 80-10-10 raw diet. So I was really into finding out as much as I could and getting with people on the site who lived near me, who could help me, get familiarized with where to buy stuff. And I got a lot of information from that site that was so great. And other sites too, like Loving It Raw and your site as well. So it was so great that the internet has so much information for people to look up, like mono meals and, what is that, So I was kind of just getting interested in just doing my own research, really, so.
Yes, there is so much. That's the beauty of our age. There is so much information for people and support as well. And more people are doing this lifestyle. And there's feedback. There's personal stories. There's just like no excuse not to do it. Everything, all the resources are there. All we need to do is just take them, study them, and apply them. Apply the principles to our daily lives. What does your typical day look like? What is it that you eat, and what activities do you engage in during your day?
So, like today, I'll give you an example. My day was, I got up and I did cardio. I walked with my dog. It helps me get in tune with nature. I like to do cardio in the morning on an empty stomach, so I kind of like get my metabolism going a little, get my system kind of start running a little bit, and then build up kind of like an appetite. So then when I came home, I ate 2 mini watermelons, and then I had, I always wash my mouth out right after that, but then I had orange juice, like 16 oranges, and I go out in the sun and I eat and drink those things, and I do some like Hindu push-ups, Hindu squats, and some calisthenics and stuff like that. And then like right now I'm having, this is my second banana and green smoothie. So it's like 10 bananas and like probably 5 ounces or 6 ounces of some greens. And then I usually go for another walk with my dog, and I'll do some running too. I like to do high intensity sprinting and then walking low intensity. I like to like mix it up like that. So, and then I'll have like a couple pounds of persimmons or some strawberries or both. And then I have 2 big huge salads at night. with some non-sweet fruits and maybe some mango in there or something, some celery and some peppers and lettuce and tomato. I like to make my own dressings, or sometimes I just I make a little taco or something with the lettuce leaf, and I don't have any dressings on there. And sometimes I just eat it just out of the bag or whatever. And then I like to get lots and lots of sleep. That's probably the number one thing is sleeping 10 to 12 hours a day. So it was amazing that I found this lifestyle, because I'm like, hey, I love that. I love that aspect of it.
Something that happened to us, to both of us too, that we just totally love our sleep, and the quality, the depth of sleep that you get, it's so rejuvenating. And of course, then you get up the next morning, you feel full of energy, full of vibrancy, and it's another day ahead of you. Oh, that's beautiful. What inspirational advice would you give to other people? Perhaps they are, they want to make the switch, and they're seeing your story, they're hearing your story, they're really inspired. What advice would you give them?
I think just do it, it's so easy. I would recommend to research and get on those sites that, like social networking groups like 80-10-10, and actually read the book, the 80-10-10 Diet, and your guys' books and recipe books. That was a huge thing, was to have recipes just in case I wanted to get fancy, to sometimes you just want a little more than a salad or something like that. So those cravings, it's good to have an 80-10-10 friendly recipe to kind of quell those cravings, So that's all. I think once people research, they'll see for themselves, and I think that's motivation enough for your health if you have knowledge to go with it, okay, this is why I'm doing this. And that's a huge reason of why I think I'm staying on the path, is because I know that this is the optimal diet, and I know how I feel, so I think if people just do it and they just commit to it and make it easy for yourself, go shopping and buy more than you think you're gonna eat just to have it around. That's another big thing, is not leaving yourself stranded, always having a backup plan. Anytime I go anywhere, I bring a couple pounds of fruit extra than I'm gonna actually eat, just in case I don't get there on time, something happens, I have my fruit with me, So I think that's a big thing too, is preparation to stay on the path.
Jesi, thank you so much for sharing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed Jesi's stories. I got inspired personally.
That's so great.
Thank you so much. Please post your comments below, your thoughts and your feedback below. And again, Jesi, thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening there in California, in sunny California.
Thank you so much.
And all the very best, all the very healthiest, and all the very healthiest to you too, guys. And go raw. Enjoy the journey.